We'll start off ko lang muna yan, ha? Tapos aalisin ko yung mga mukha nyo dito sa screen ko. So I won't be seeing anything and I will just annotate some things here. Okay. Yahin natin si Dr. Vibar. Okay, ang kulit ng secretary. Okay. This morning we'll be sharing, we will be focusing on the cerebellum. Wait. Medyo unstable. Okay, yung mga nag-chat sa akin na hindi sila mag-turn on ng camera sila, it's fine. It's fine. As long as you listen. Mas maganda nakikita niyo ito, no? Okay. The cerebellum, wala pa kayong lecture, so magkukwento ako ng a little about the cerebellum. The cerebellum is known as the little brain, okay? Little brain because the main brain is called the cerebrum. So wag kayong magkakamali. Opposite yan. Cerebellum, which is the longer term, is the small brain. Okay? And the cerebrum, which is the shorter term, is the bigger brain. Okay? So this is what we call the cerebellum. The whole structure here is the cerebellum. Okay. Now, the cerebellum appears to be ovoid. Yan, mukha siyang ovoid. Yan ang shape niya. It has an ovoid shape. And it is considered as the small brain. It has this depression here called the vermis. Okay? So in this picture class, what you will see is that it has two hemispheres. Sa tignan, erase natin yan. No? So it has two hemispheres, the right and the left. And this is the right side. This is the left side. Okay? Now, this is the vermis, yan yung depression that connects between the two hemispheres. Okay. Aside from that, there are three important structures that you have to remember when looking at the cerebellum. Okay. It has the anterior lobe. So the anterior lobe is this portion here. Okay. The posterior lobe, which goes beyond. Pag binaliktad nyo pa yan, continuous yan sa posterior lobe, and then also known as the middle lobe in other books. Yung Snell's, no, it is considered as the middle lobe. But we will consider this time as the posterior lobe. And then, if you invert the cerebellum, the posterior lobe is continuous. Ito siya, okay? So that is still the posterior lobe. And the third lobe is this very small called the flocculonodular lobe. Okay? So these three lobes have different functions, kaya sila divided into three. Okay. Now, there are other structures that you will appreciate in this picture. We have these fissures. Okay? So yung fissure dito, the primary fissure, and a very important fissure. In fact, it has functional significance. No? The primary fissure divides the anterior from the posterior lobe. So very important yung primary fissure dyan. Okay? Now, we also have what we call a horizontal fissure. It's a deep fissure. Okay? And it divides the superior from the inferior lobes, no? Mamaya, ituturo ko sa inyo yan. But then, the horizontal fissure, sadly, does not have any morphological and functional significance. Okay. Now, we go to the next. This slide, siguro mas maganda may kopya na kayo nito kahit sa telephones ninyo. Screenshot nyo na yan, no? This slide, which was provided by Dr. Sara, no, is a very important slide. Kasi these are the terms, these are the parts that make cerebellum very difficult to study. Okay, and the cerebellum suffers from so much names. Kaya yung vermis side, this portion here, remember the vermis, no, itong vermis na yan, that is the middle depression. Okay, and remember class, it has two hemispheres, di ba? Parang nga siyang butterfly. Yan. So that is the cerebellum. And it has the right hemispheres and the left hemisphere. Make it ano na lang class, let's say mirror image sila, no? So the cerebellum also, the hemisphere part, has different names, no? May counterparts sila dito sa vermis side. Okay? So if let's say we look at the hemispheres, the first part, no, the vermis side, does not have any counterpart in the hemisphere. Okay, so wala siyang counterpart. So napakadaling aralin niya. What is the counterpart of the lingula in the hemisphere? None. Okay. Now, the central lobule, the counterpart is the ala lobuli centralis. Huwag kayong mag-alala, ituturo isa-isa yan, how you can know and understand. And then the culmen, ang counterpart naman niya is the anterior quadrangular, and so on and so forth. Okay? And remember, class, this part here, the primary fissure, it will divide the anterior from the posterior. Remember that, no? Maganda nga yung color nito eh, no? That will tell us that the red portions are the anterior and the blue portions is the posterior, and the green one is the flocculonodular lobe. Okay? Pakilagay na yan sa tabi ninyo because with the following orientations, we will discuss them and need those notes. Okay, so let's go to this picture. This is actually the side view of the cerebellum. So class, ito, balik tayo dito, no? Is a side view natin itong picture na ito. Okay, this picture here. Okay, now, let's go to this picture. Yan. So, naka-side view yung cerebellum. And as you can see, class, kanina, I have mentioned to you the primary fissure, right? So, this arrow here, sinabi ko sa inyo, it is a V-shaped fissure. So, ayan siya. Okay? So, this is what we call the primary fissure. And the primary fissure divides the anterior, which is this one, from the posterior portions here. Tandaan nyo, class, ha? This is the posterior lobe. And the posterior lobe reaches up to the inferior portion of the cerebellum. Okay, medyo magulo na kagad doon. So as I have mentioned a while ago, the cerebellum is divided by this primary fissure here into the anterior and posterior lobes. And class, in this slide, we can also appreciate the presence of the horizontal fissure here. Okay? So itong class, itong horizontal fissure, ang significance lang naman yan is it divides the superior from the inferior portion of the cerebellum. Again, class, these fissures, no? In this slide, you can see two important fissures. The primary fissure, which divides the anterior from the posterior. Remember, class, in posterior, lahat yan. Okay? Whereas, the horizontal fissure, which is this one, it divides the superior surfaces from the inferior surfaces. Class, actually, kaya tinuturo sa inyo yung superior and inferior for you to understand the shape and the picture of the cerebellum. Remember ito superior, nasa taas. Ito, inferior, nasa baba. But considering the lobes, we have here the anterior lobe, and this one, the whole structure here, is the posterior lobe. I hope you got that. Okay? So in this slide, there are two important landmarks to remember. Again, sulat nyo dyan, no? That is the primary fissure, and this one is the horizontal fissure. Again, uulitin ko, what is the significance of the primary fissure? It divides the anterior from the posterior lobes. Okay? What about the horizontal fissure? The horizontal fissure is significant only because it will divide the upper portion, which is the superior portion, against from the inferior portion, yung taas at baba. Okay? So yun lang ang significance ng horizontal fissure. But clinically, functionally, morphologically, it does not have any function at that. Okay? So next slide. I hope you got this, ha? Yan yung side view, okay, ng cerebellum. Oops, medyo marami-rami tayo mga pictures dito na nakakataranta. Look at those arrows, class. Let's take them one by one para maintindihan nyo. Wala pa kayong lecture, okay? So I understand maguguluhan kayo. So this one, class, is the upper or the superior picture of the cerebellum. Okay? Imagine you looking on top of the cerebellum. So this one, class, you can see that this portion here, that is what we call the vermis. Remember yung table na sinabi kong screen cap nyo, no? So may mga counterparts itong vermis side with the hemispheric part. Okay? So let us take them one by one. And sabi dito, no, this blue arrow here is actually pointing at the lingula, this portion here. Okay? Thank you to Dr. Gomez nga pala for these very nice pictures, no? Nanghingi ako sa kanya ng magandang pictures kasi wala akong hindi maganda masyado yung sa netter, no? So this one, class, is the lingula. And remember from the table, it does not have any counterpart dito sa hemisphere. Okay? So the first part of the vermis, that is the lingula, and it doesn't have a counterpart in the vermis. Now, in the hemispheres. Now let's go to the second arrow here. Okay, that blue arrow there. You call that the central lobule. Okay, and the central lobule, look at the table again. The counterpart is what we call the ala lobuli centralis. Medyo nagulo kayo dyan, no? So, anong ibig sabihin ng ala? Remember the ala nasi? Yung flaring ng ilong natin. That means ala means, not the one, supreme being, ha? ALA means wing. Okay? So this is the central lobule. And the counterpart in the hemisphere is its wing. Oh? Kaya ang tawag sa kanya, ala lobuli centralis, wing of the central lobule. Okay? So you get that? Again, ha, class? Lingula, central lobule, and the counterpart is its wing. Okay? So you call that the ala lobuli centralis. Lagyan nyo yan. Pag in-identify nyo dito, class, no, habang nag-aaral kayo, lagyan nyo ng wing. Okay? Pakpak. Okay? Next, sana natatandaan nyo. The bigger portion, kasi I tried to look up the meaning, hindi ko alam itong culmen. This is called the culmen. Itong portion lang na to, this one. This portion here. Medyo malaki ang culmen na yan. Okay? So the culmen is the vermis side, while, kasi ito yung culmen, while the counterpart in the hemisphere is this one. Yan. Okay? You call that the anterior quadrangular. I hope you've been to your quadrangles, no, elementary, high school, in your schools, no? So isipin niyo quadrangle, quad, 4 na sides. Okay? Yan siya. 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. Quadrangular. Anterior quadrangular. Okay? And of course, pag may anterior quadrangular, may posterior. Let's use another color here. We have a posterior quadrangular. Medyo cooperative ngayon yung pen ko, no? So this one, class, is the posterior quadrangular, and the counterpart is this one, the declive. Okay? So yan siya. I hope you can see that, no? Yung red tsaka yung blue. Again, we have the culmen here in this portion here. Okay, and then we have the anterior quadrangular as its counterpart in the hemisphere. And then, of course, there is an anterior. There will be a posterior quadrangular, this one, and its counterpart is what we call the declive. Okay, So yan, class. That is the superior portion of the cerebellum. Okay, again, class, this is the vermal part or the vermis, and this is the hemisphere. And you are looking on top of the cerebellum. Of course, what is this yellow line here? Pakisagot sa isipan ninyo. That is the primary fissure dividing the anterior from the posterior lobe. Okay, so that is primary fissure. Let's again review that later on. Okay. Now, binaliktad ninyo, no? Papakita ko nga yung sarili ko. Sandali. Ay, nawala. Nawala yung video. Anyway, for a while, class. Well, anyway, yan. Okay. Kung makikita ninyo ako, I hope you appreciate this, ha? Look at my video na lang. Kasi I have here a picture of the brain. Okay. So this is the brain. This is the cerebrum. And the cerebellum. I hope nakikita niyo yan. Yun yung cerebellum. Okay. That is the superior portion. Yung kanina yung nakadikit sa brain. Pag binaliktad natin na ganyan, you are looking at it right now. Okay. So that is the inferior portion. And what is important in this inferior portion? Again, go back to the table. Okay, so class, as you can see from this picture, wait ha, kaka-technical problem lang. Okay, now, we have here, palitan ko na ulit ng red. Okay. We have here again the vermicide. Okay, so binaliktad natin siya. So this is now, yung continuation, yung inferior kanina, is this portion here. Okay? And yung portion na nasa ilalim. Binaliktad natin siya, flipped it on the other side, and then now, this is the inferior portion. Okay? So what do we see here? We have the superior semilunar here. Nandito na siya. Okay, look at your table again. Superior semilunar. Okay, and this one, class, has its counterpart also. So ang nakikita natin dito, first part here is the folium. And its counterpart here is the superior semilunar. Imagine a half moon. Okay, mukha siyang half moon, kaya semi-lunar, half moon. Superior kasi nasa taas siya. Okay? Nasa superior side siya ng cerebellum. And its vermal counterpart is called the folium here. Okay. Next, we have here the horizontal fissure. Okay? Ang horizontal fissure, as indicated in the table again, divides the superior from the inferior side. And the inferior side begins with the inferior semilunar. Ito yung inferior semilunar. And imagine na lang natin siya na mukha siyang half. Okay? So this is what we call the inferior semilunar. And the counterpart is the tuber. Just imagine that it looks like a tube. Okay? So that is the vermicide. Now let's go to the next one. Class, ito, you will see in other books as it is called as the piramis or the pyramid. In older books, it is termed as piramis, no? Pero we will accept, of course, pyramid. And the counterpart of the piramis or the pyramid is what we call the biventral or the biventer. Okay, ito siya. Hindi ko alam why it's called biventer, but it has two portions, ito, tsaka ito. So that is what you call the biventer. And the last portion of the posterior cerebellum is called, mas magandang tandaan yan. Now look at your selves in the mirror right now and say, no? Ang makikita nyo dyan, yung uvula, yung nakasabit in the middle, and one on each side, if it is inflamed, you see a tonsil here. So yan yung magandang tandaan dito sa part nito. This is what we call the uvula. And one on each side, the hemispheric counterpart, is the tonsil. Okay? Mukha siya talagang tonsil. So that is the posterior cerebellum. Oops. Okay. Sandali, class. Hindi ako meron akong ano. Oopsie. Okay. There you go. Next slide. Huh? Now, this time, class, it's just a repetition. Tinaas ko lang yung tonsil. Remember, anong ma-identify nyo dito on this part? This one, no? So you can see here the tonsil. Yan siya. So that is the tonsil. So what is the vermis part of the tonsil? Immediately, alam nyo na kagad, that is the uvula. And also in this picture, we can appreciate the presence of the biventer here. So the biventer has the pyramids, naka-invert naman siya ngayon dito. Okay, and then we have here the inferior semilunar. Ayaw na magsulat. Okay, and this one is the tuber, yung pahaba dito. Ayaw magsulat. Yan. Okay, so these are just different angles of the cerebellum. Okay, now this part, as you can see, this portion is attached to the brainstem. I hope by now, alam nyo na kung ano yung brainstem. So this is, malilecturean kayo pala ni Dr. Sara later on. So this is the brainstem. This is the pons. Then we have here the medulla. Okay. But then the one that is being pointed here is the flocculus. So ito yung flocculus. Tapos inferior to the medulla here, okay, we can see there the nodulus. Makikita niyo siya sa lecture, no? Later on. Mamaya may picture din ako ng flocculus and the nodulus. And this line here is the horizontal fissure. Okay? So yun lang important muna sa slide na ito. Okay. So we have here the picture of the cerebellum wherein we can actually pointing at the vermis side of the cerebellum. So we start with the lingula that does not have a hemispheric counterpart, and then there's the central lobule, and then the culmen. So yung culmen, class, malaking-malaki siya eh. Actually, very large siya. Ito yung culmen. So this class, we remember that this is the horizontal fissure here. It will divide the anterior from the posterior. And look at the posterior, class. Ito'y napakalaki. Ito siya. Ang laki-laki niya. Okay? Napakalaki niya. That is the posterior lobe. Now this class, these are actual specimens that Dr. Sara took sa school yan noon, pinicturean. So wala kang ang copyright niyan sa amin yan. Okay? So this one, class, just to show you the arrows here, we have the, this is the primary fissure here, the upper blue line here. So that's the primary fissure. Hindi ko na sasabihin anong dinidivide ng primary fissure, no? And then the last, this is the other main fissure here. We call this the posterolateral fissure because that will divide the posterior from the flocculonodular lobe. And then class, yung numbers na yan, those are the different vermal counterparts. So number 1 is the lingula, and then we have 2 here, the central lobule. Okay, ano counterpart niya? Ala lobuli centralis. And then this very large one here, that is the culmen. Then we have here the declive. Okay, yung number 4 dyan. Okay, and then number 5 is the folium. 6, tuber. Pyramids or pyramid is 7. And then we have here the uvula. And then this one is the nodulus. The counterpart is the flocculus. Okay? So ito naman, this is just a diagram showing the different lobules again. Okay, so we have the anterior lobe, lobes to ha, anterior lobe, posterior lobe, and the very tiny, very small flocculonodular lobe. Class, very important lahat yung mga lobes and function-wise. Okay? Again, just to show you the different fissures that we have just mentioned. No? Of course, we have the primary fissure. Ito siya. That is the primary fissure. Okay, that's the primary fissure dividing the anterior from the posterior. We have the horizontal fissure here. And then, of course, we have the uvulonodular fissure that is between the uvula and the nodulus. Okay. And class, this one, if you have Snell, may magandang flat na picture doon. We'll show you the vermis and the hemispheric counterparts, no? Yan, may mga names yan. Oops! Naku, patay tayo. Ayay! Sandali. Yan, okay. Class, ito, as I have pointed out a while ago, look at this one. This is the lingula. So it doesn't have a counterpart dito. Okay? Wala siya dyan. So again, very nice. That is the anterior. Siguro na-appreciate nyo na ngayon yung posterior. It's a very large lobe. And then we have here the flocculonodular lobe. Okay. Okay. That's it. Nakatulog na sila. That's it, class. Makinig na tayo. Do you have questions? Okay. Okay. So yan na si Dr. Vivar. Parang ginulo ko kayo, no? Kikinig ako.